We've tested the Kia Tasman for off-road capability, performance testing, and even some virtual drag racing. Checked out the interior and practicality. There's only one thing left to do. Firstly, you've got great visibility for rallying. Thin pillars, clear view over the side mirror. I can see the front corner of the vehicle. I know where the front tyres are placed. Unfortunately, the SX doesn't come with a rear diff lock, so you've got to make use of weight shifting. One of the problems with rallying a ute is the steering ratio means you've got a lot of turns lock to lock. So you've really got to make adjustments as you go, as opposed to a sports car or an actual rally car that has a bit more of a sensitive control. What about zero gravity comfort? Let's check it out. Yeah, not bad. Took a little bit to recover there, kept bouncing after the jump. Unfortunately, the SX doesn't come with paddle shifters, so you've got to use the gear lever down here on the console. Bit of an oversight there by Kia. Pedal placement is pretty good. I can left foot brake, although the brake pedal is a little bit high for racing enthusiasts, but overall not too bad. Not bad suspension over this bumpy section. And plenty of torque, even though it is down on most of the rivals. So coming in here, I can jab on the brakes, get some weight onto the front end, and then I've got good steering control. You do have a sport mode available as well, which helps when you're rallying. Just sharpens up the throttle response, and if you leave it in D, it'll shift gears a bit later in the RPM range. There we go, a few minor things for Kia to work on there. Paddle shifters would be nice for rallying, and I think the front suspension could be just tied down a little bit, especially for rallying. But even on country roads and so on, it just bounces a little bit too much in my opinion. Still handles very well, and you've got good engagement through the steering, so I can feel what the tyres are doing. But yeah, just a slight better rebound for the front end I think would just make it perfect. In all seriousness though, the SX is a decent package, but it does miss out on some features like a rear diff lock, which could or would come in handy when you're doing some pretty serious off-roading. It is great to see that 4A mode even on this SX model though, so you can drive on dry tarmac with the kind of safety and security of four-wheel drive. And then inside, the SX doesn't miss out on too much. You've still got that great design for the dashboard and the seats, plenty of physical controls, including for the climate vents, and the SX comes with a T-bar style of gear shifter down on the console, twin cup holders. It does miss out on the wireless chargers at the front there, but it still comes with the big twin screens. And then the seats are wrapped in this kind of modern fabric. Nice side bolsters as well to hold you in. And then in the back, it does unfortunately miss out on climate vents, and there are no charging ports here. But that modern trim, or the fabric trim, carries over for the rear seats. There's no flip down armrest with cup holders either. But you do have grab handles on the pillar and the ceiling. And the same cool door trims carry over from the front with the chunky door handles. And then in terms of towing, 3.5 ton maximum, so it's at the class benchmark, but this will run into the GCM before it runs into the GVM. GCM is 6,200 kilograms. By the time you hook up a 3.5 ton trailer, minus the curb weight, which is just over 2,200 kilograms, you're left with around 420 kilograms for passengers and any cargo, which is okay. It's not at the lower end of the segment, but it's not class leading either. You don't get any tub liner in the back of the SX either, just the painted metal, so you're going to be scratching that up pretty easily. You do have hooks at the back, which are quite low, which is nice to see. And there's no roller shutter, but it does have a damp tailgate. All right, let's head off now and do the performance test and see what it goes like. I've already tested the X Pro and the X Line, but this should be a little bit quicker because theoretically it should be a little bit lighter. It doesn't come with the luxury features of those variants. Let's see.